players, rhaegar here for another video. Today's video is another RPG a day, 2015 in August. Today's is the 5th video, being the 5th of August. And today's topic is most recent RPG purchase, if I get the phrasing correct. Now I'm going to put a few limiters on this, just so it's easy to pick this one out. I don't spend a lot of money on RPGs as much as I'd like to, but I have bought a couple. So I'm going to restrict this to things that are on pre-order, that haven't arrived yet. Things that aren't for games I already own, something new, a new system, brand new. And something that I bought in person with cold hard cash in face-to-face, which is nice. This is nice. So that, with those in mind, that is going to, the last time I bought a new RPG book in person would have been at the UK Games Expo, also 2015, and it would be a game by the Modifius guys. Because you may have heard of them, you may have not. They do some great stuff from what I've seen. And the game is Mutant Year Zero. You may have heard of this, you may have not. Let's have a look at the back cover as well. Yeah. Look how beautiful that cover art is. You may have noticed rhaegar has a thing for beautiful artwork. Oh, one of my vices, but it's not the worst vice to have. Now, Mutant Year Zero is, as you expect, it's about mutants in a post-apocalyptic world set after some kind of cataclysm that took place in the distant past. And unlike other post-apocalyptic games, it's a game of like two halves. It's a game where you try and build up a community called your ark. It's like your settlement. It's got that kind of element where you've got this like safe haven that you've found or you've built yourselves with a group of other players and NPCs, and the idea is you go out and you explore, you find equipment, you find resources, you obviously discover things that are out there. And the other half, which is an optional half, is there's a meta plot that you may or may not take advantage of, and which I think is really cool, that the GM has that option. You can use this story, you don't have to use this story. And the meta plot is sort of like the background reasons to what's going on. I don't want to give too much away, you know, it's like, you know, why did all this happen kind of thing, what's really going on. And you can decide to use it or not, so you can have that in your game or not. So I think it's a really nice thing to have. The game uses a dice system that I don't really know. It's a D6 system. I don't actually know if it's based on anything, but it uses a collection of D6s to represent gear, skill, and like base stats. Obviously I've not had the chance to run this yet, so unfortunately my knowledge of the system is a little bit on the rough side, but I know that different dice represent different good and bad things going on. Like that. Now, I don't know if you guys are interested in this, but I think it's pretty cool, in that the game supplies 2 maps to use to base your campaign on. They are the Big Smoke, which I think is based off London, and they cleverly use them in the covers of the books, which I think is really cool. Like, you get that. It's one way of making the most out of your new material. And the Dead Apple, which I assume would be New York of some kind. Look at that, it's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. It uses some kind of class-based system, but I don't think they're like classes like as we would know them. You've got things like the Stalker. Obviously good for anyone who likes the video games. You're right at home there, or if you can see that pretty well. I don't want to tell them all that damage in the book too much. And you've got, you know, the Fixer, who fixes things, I guess. Yep. And let's have one more. Let's have one more. The Chronicler, because everyone, you know, even in a world that's fell apart, you need someone who does the taxes. Can't get away from taxes. No sir, no way. And obviously being a post-apocalyptic game, and in the title, your characters can have mutations and be a bit odd. You know, you can see the cover. The guy's got like wings and stuff. So I picked this up mainly because, you know, I got to have a look at it. I thought it was really cool, something I hadn't seen before, like the whole meta plot element that's, you know, optional, was quite intriguing. Then it was like about exploring like a landscape, but doing it in almost in a kind of ordered fashion. That you break up the map, which I showed you earlier, into like sectors and zones, and you kind of like go out into, you say, I'm going to go to this zone and see what's there and see what resources I can bring back to the arc to improve it. So I like that whole, you've got this like thing you've got to improve, but you've also got the storylines of the characters and what's going on behind the scenes. I think that's a really good idea. So something new, something fancy, and hopefully I get to, you know, run it one day. Yep, and because I'll show this one. Because I got it, you know, while I was at the expo, I also picked up an adventure book, which they were offering with this system. So like a free little mini kind of adventure. Then it also comes with like some nice little handy printouts. Like, look at that, NPC sheets. Who doesn't like them? Always useful to have. And artwork to show your players and stuff. Brilliant, love it. Looking forward to run it. So that is my most recent RPG purchase. Although, since I was at the expo, I did pick up some other items for systems I do own, which I could show you if you'd like. Yeah, I think you'd like me to do that. I will show you. Why not? Bonus content, guys. Bonus content. So while I was at the expo, I also picked up a few things for Acton Cthulhu, which is also by the Modifius guys, as it happens. Big fan of their work. I think it must be the hire the same art guy, because, you know, the stuff that they are coming up with is just amazing. I mean, look at that. That's absolutely amazing. I'm such an art fanboy. I can't help it. And this one in particular, right? This is interesting, right? The Terrors of the Secret War, Acton Cthulhu, like talks about like the big bads of the Cthulhu universe, like some of the big and nasty things that obviously you have no hope of really taking on. But because it's set in World War II, there's a lot of crazy stuff going on. You know, there's a lot of artillery and quite heavy hardware rolling around at that time. And in the book, they actually talk about how, like, you know, if they started the creatures out, it wouldn't really, it could be pointless because they would just kill everything. So rather than, you know, giving them, you know, this, you've got no hope of defeating this. They basically talk about how in a fight with these sort of creatures, how you could thwart them, what you could do if these things are actually running around to either disrupt their plan or basically disable them for a time. Like things that the creatures, rather than having stats, the creatures have like abilities, and they have like, this is what in this situation, this is what this creature would do, rather than have, it's got this amount of strength, roll this, blah blah blah, percent, I'll kill everything. You know, it actually it goes in a different way, which I think is really unique. It's got, I'm trying to find an example quickly to show you, so I can talk about how that would work. I can't seem to find one when I'm put on the spot. So yeah, so he's on. Oh god, Headless Horror. I can't even pronounce that, guys. But look at that. Go with that, right? So for example, you've got terror actions. What this creature could do. Magnifies and investigates hidden insecurities and repressed inclinations, causing physical deformities. These may relate to a past indiscretion or a secret regret or shameful failure. If the victim fails a power times 3 roll / blah blah, he immediately loses 1d8 sanity points and suffers a permanent disfigurement. So rather than having, you know, a stat-based fight, you have these abilities which can do crazy things to them if you get caught in them. But then it covers like how you could go about getting around them, what resources you could bring in to fight them, and things like that. Rather than directly trying to destroy them, trying to work around them and disable them. Love it. Really interesting. And of course, being a Dresden fan, I couldn't help but pick this up, this bad boy. The 3rd volume, the Paranet papers on there, which covers all kinds of other crazy things in the Dresden universe, and updates some of the rule systems, as well as giving you examples of different cities you could use in a campaign. Really enjoying going through it. As you may have noticed, I haven't actually took this out of the shrink wrap yet because I'm reading the PDF, which I know is kind of ironic that I buy these hardback books because I want them to last long and not damage them, and then I leave them in the shrink wrap and read the PDF. I'm aware of the irony, I can't help it. I like to look after my books. Right, so that's a couple more things you saw today you weren't expecting. I hope you enjoyed seeing my little collection of Expo goodies as much as I enjoy talking about them. And hopefully I'll see you again tomorrow for another RPG video. Until then, guys and girls,